Oh my god, there's no way. This is the first game ever where I've got somebody down to 0 lands. Oh my god. We got them to 0 lands. Oh my god, and they missed their land drop. What is happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Earlier this week, we did a Grixis mill deck, and I thought to myself, maybe this is a little too savage, but after a few seconds of thinking, I went, you know what? I think we can go even more savage. And that's what inspired today's list. We went with a TEMUR Land Destruction list. And yeah, I'd say that this is the most savage you can be on the arena. Before I dive into this thing, though, and break it down, as always, if you're new here and you find any value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to hit the like button as well, that also goes a very, very long way. And I really do appreciate all of that support. With that being said, guys, let's talk about the list, dive into the gameplay footage, and we'll wrap it up here with some final thoughts. So, how does this deck work? Pretty simple. Destroy all of your opponent's lands and make them rage quit. If you can get your opponent to punch their monitor, you win. That's how this goes. So, how do we do that? Well, we got to go ahead and win the game with the Waking the Trolls, of course. Waking the Trolls is going to be our main win con here. We got a full play set of these bad boys. It's a saga that destroys a land, steals a land, and create you a massive amount of 4/4 trolls with trample to win the game with. As long as you're really far ahead on land, which you will be, because not only are we destroying lands, we're also ramping in this deck. So it's pretty amazing. So how do we destroy their land aside from Waking the Trolls? Well, we've got another card called Smashing Success. This card's a 4-drop, pretty simple. It's a instant card, destroy a land. That's about it. There's a destroy the artifact side of this card where you get a treasure, but you don't need that side. We just destroy the land, you know? We're just destroying lands today. And then lastly, we have a new card. And this is what kind of inspired the deck. Is I've made plenty of TEMUR Land Destruction lists before, but Town Raiser Tyrant's a new card that kind of works like a pseudo land destruction card because it puts the damage on the land. They take 2 damage or they have to sacrifice it. Eventually, once you get so far ahead in lands, if your opponent can't play anything because we just keep taking their lands away from them, they're going to need to keep taking the 2 damage. It's just inevitable. They have to take it. They need the land, and then eventually it's going to be too late. By the time they actually sacrifice the land, we'll be too far ahead to win the game. I will admit this deck here has a pretty high mana curve, as you can see. Sorry, my allergies, guys. It's going to be bad this allergy season, I'm just telling you, but our mana curve is pretty high, right? So we do need to have a full play set of Burn Down the House as our sweeper, because there are some aggressive decks that will get underneath you pretty quickly with this deck. Our short end of this deck, our 1 and 2 drops are really good at like protecting us, because we've got a 1/1 that we throw down on turn 1, which is a Dryad, which also ramps us into additional land. So on turn 2, you can sack it, block with it. You know, you save yourself a bit of time while you're ramping at the same time. We've also got the Geist Channeler, which is pretty cool. It's a new Alchemy card as well. The reason this is in the deck is because our curve is so high. We can place, you know, a 2 mana reduction on some of our spells. We can do that on Divide by 0. We also have the Inscription. We have Smashing Success. We also have Burn Down the House. So a lot of really good options there that the Geist Channeler can make, you know, 2 less, and we can get to our burn spells quicker, or we can bounce things a little bit more efficiently, or we can just start smashing lands really quick. So Geist Channeler is a big body too. It's a 1/3 toughness. So really good card here in this slot, I think. And we've also got, like I said, Divide by 0 to bounce some stuff. We've got the Inscription of Insight to bounce things. And this is in the deck because it makes a lot of sense, because we have a lot of mana that we're going to have. So the excess mana is going to help this, you know, get kicked almost every time. And then we have Settle the Wilds, another really good alchemy card. I'm a big fan of this card as a ramp card, because it can actually, you know, seek you a card from your deck based on the amount of mana you have on the field, which is exactly why we have a Ren and 7 in this deck as an alternate win con. Because as you can see, if we get this down on turn 3 when we, you know, curve out, we get a Tyrant every time, because our 4 drops, the only permanent we have is a Tyrant. So this will seek us a Tyrant. But if you're on turn 4 and you play a land, you go ahead and get yourself a Ren and 7. If you're on turn 5, go ahead and drop this down. You're going to get yourself a Waking the Trolls. So this is going to go ahead and seek you some cards all the way up to 6 mana, which is really, really nice. And as you can see too, we also run a full snow package, because sometimes we will be stealing Faceless Havens pretty pretty frequently. So you're going to want to have snow mana to activate those Faceless Havens. And our sideboard is as follows. We got 1 Environmental Science, 3 Teachings, because we are going to run out of cards pretty fast, Containment Breach, Introduction Annihilation, and a Mascot Exhibition. And last thing I have to say is there are some changes I would make to the mana base, but stick around to the end. We'll talk about that at the end for some final thoughts. We'll see you guys on the other side. Enjoy the gameplay footage. Peace. All right, here we go. Let's start the nonsense train. I can't wait for this one, guys. This one's an absolutely degenerate list here for sure. We are going to be doing something that most people aren't going to be happy with, which is land destruction, not allowing our opponents to play any spells because we're taking all their lands. This first hand could be pretty interesting if I find a land, but I'm not going to gamble on that. This is much better. Much better. Yeah, this deck, guys, I've already played a couple warm-up games with this thing, and it is absolutely ludicrous. And I'm not talking about move, get out the way ludicrous. I'm talking about just absolute lunacy, like craziness. But if it looks like I've been crying, it's because allergy season is upon me. And for the next couple of months, this is what Swayze's going to be like. A whole lot of not fun. And I apologize now because I know last year it was pretty brutal for a long time and got a lot of random comments about why are you touching your nose so much, bruh? Well, because I'm dying, man. I'm dying. That's why. So bear with me. Might be a lot of muting and hiding my camera so I can blow my nose. Got the box of tissues to my left, so a little bit of a lifesaver there. All right. I am going to burn down a house, I think. Or do I take their lands? I think burn down the house. That's just a lot of damage out there. Got to get rid of all that damage here. One moment. One of these times I'm just going to be on mute and I'm not going to realize it. You guys are going to hear me just freaking going to town. Thank God for these tissues, bruh. Ooh. That's a lot of blood tokens. That is a lot of blood tokens. All right. They dipped out on a land here. They're going to regret that in a few minutes here. That's for sure. I like to use Waking the Trolls first and follow it with Smashing Success in the Saga 2. Just to kind of build my base a little higher to get even more trolls. While Saga 2 goes off and we don't really have much left to do. They Fellstinger themselves on their own Fellstinger, which it's a little bit of a sign that they're in trouble here. And they don't find a land, unfortunately. You should not have cycled away your one land when you're up against me, but they don't know that yet. They do now. The Waking the Trolls is on the field. They know now where they had messed up. And it was at this very moment they knew they had up. Oh my God, there's no way. This is the first game ever where I've got somebody down to 0 lands. Oh my God. We got them to 0 lands. Oh my God, and they missed their land drop. What is happening? I would play the Tyrant, but it doesn't make any sense. Oh, baby, let's go. Yikes, feels so bad, man. Now you guys understand the ludicrousy of this deck, like, sheesh. They're trying to still fight me with 1 land. That's crazy. Alright, GG's. Oh my goodness. And that's why we run Snowlands as well, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, that poor mono black player. They were like, what just happened to me? What in the world just happened to me? They had 6 blood tokens and 0 lands. That was the worst blood token crack I've ever seen, throwing away a land in that spot, but they had no idea what was about to hit them, so you can't blame them. But holy, this would be one of the best days ever if I could breathe. I have a feeling that was going to be our intro. That was crazy. All right, I think we're just going to ramp with the Dryad here, and so we're going to attack and pass the turn. They have one blue mana open and holding priority at the moment, so they are running Fading Hope. Oh, it's considered. Just kidding. I didn't consider that. Yo, it feels like literally a brick. Someone shoved a brick through my massive nostrils. It's like nothing goes through it. Crazy. It's usually bad. I mean, I have bad days. This is definitely up there though with some of the worst. Thank God it's Friday tomorrow. For you guys, this is Friday. Shout out to Friday, baby. Let's get it. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. You guys, if you are watching this, by the way, I do plan on playing in the arena tomorrow, so keep an eye out on the channel. We might actually stream the Arena Open, the Alchemy Arena Open. See what we can do. I think I'm going to run Mono Black. I haven't decided yet, but for day one, best of one, I think Mono Black is probably the best bet, but we'll see. We'll see where I fall. Let's just keep on ramping, baby. Keep on ramping. And here's where we make their life absolutely a nightmare, you know? Here's where we make their life a nightmare. What's beautiful is when you play against opponents who are running the colors that you need. So it makes it better, you know? I don't like that they're running different color, like, styles. They need to get with it and actually run the right styles so it matches my deck a little better, but it's all good. All right, smashing success. Do I get their land here? I do. And we're gonna ramp up even further so we get even more trolls, baby. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands to their 2. So that, as of right now, seven trolls are coming down. Holy. Holy. And the Town Raiser Tyrant, just to put the icing on the cake. They Fading Hope one of my trolls. Totally, you know, the right play there. They have another one. That's annoying, but totally fine. We got through 2 Fading Hopes. We still have 5 trolls, so still looking pretty darn good. And here's where they start taking some shots. And you know they're going to be running Ascending Spirit because that's the only reason they'd be running the Snowland, I feel like. So, wow, 3 Fading Hopes. That's quite the luck there. 3 considers 3 Fading Hopes. Not bad. But you know what's better? 25 trolls. GG, baby. Man. I'm such a butthead. GG. All right, they matched us up with the Diamond 1 now, which means it's time for us to stop being bullies and get bullied here, I'm sure. Let's see. See if we can keep winning. Hopefully we can keep winning. That'd be nice. I am going to keep this, believe it or not, just because the Geist Channeler is going to make things cheap for us, like the Smashing Success. So we're going to see if we can't just come out of the gate swinging here. If we could just top deck 2 forests back to back, that would be marvelous. I knew it'd be a lot to ask for. At least we do get a land, though. Town Raiser Tyrant becomes, you know, possibly playable here. So, blue-red, Forsaken Crossroads. Interesting. Alright, we're going to make a Smashing Success cheaper here. I don't think blue-red's going to be playing a whole lot of creatures, so I doubt Burn Down the House is going to be super relevant as far as sweeping the board, so nothing to rush to here. Let's just kind of take our time. Blue, red, blue. Take away their blue. I I do have one land, which does allow me to avoid that Jawari disruption, right? Okay. Thank goodness for Perpetual, right? Perpetual is nice because it stays with the, you know, the whole cheaper cost thing. All right, so they get Environmental Sciences, which means they might be struggling for their land drops, which is good for us. Okay, so they are a mill deck. Yikes. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to, you know, eat these lands up quick so they can't start copying things. So gotta get them dead. Or I could just try to rush this, burn down the house, try to run them over really fast. Either way, I gotta get them dead fast or I gotta eat their lands up quick. All right, take away their land. And then we could crack the Dryad, which ramps us right into our Waking the Trolls. So we're good. We're kind of good here. We're gonna keep them at bay for at least, you know, their 4 lands. Keep them on 4 lands for a while. All right, Evolving Wilds. All right, red. Okay. I just want to keep hitting the blue so they can't Tasha, right? Because Tasha's double loyalty to blue. So we got to keep hitting the blue lands, you know, eating those up. Forsaken Crossroads is interesting because I could steal that and actually scry, which could be pretty helpful. We'll see. I am worried about another divide here or something like that. That could be pretty rough. I might go with the Town Raiser Tyrant here. Or do I want to ramp again? All right, let's go for an attack. I'm worried about that divide, man. That divide's gonna really slow us down here. Be kind of annoying to be honest. Let's play the Geist Channeler. Let's make this cheaper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this, if this hits, nice, it hits. So I actually get another Waking the Trolls, which is awesome. That's huge. Would have loved to conjure up a blue source there though, that Seek, but it's all good. Galvanic Iteration. It's got to be Cacophony, right? Did they not realize they were gonna? Yeah, I was gonna say they might have not realized that they needed more blue there, but yeah, that hit pretty hard. That hit pretty hard, I can't lie. All right, we got to get them dead. Come on, get them dead, get them dead. Just no more land drops. Let's hope that they've hit their limit on land drops. I hope. Nope, they found another blue. Dual strike followed by, you know, Tasha's could actually win the game here. All right, they passed the turn. Another land is fine. I'll take the blue. Scrying does me no good here when they're just going to mill the top of my deck. All right, so they do have some interaction here. I wonder what that interaction is. I don't think it's a divide. They would have played it already, wouldn't they have? I feel like they would have. So in that case, let's play the safe bet. Let's play the Tyrant. Let's play the Tyrant. Let's play some more mana. Which does get me more trolls. Alright, it's all coming down to this, man. It's all coming down to this. Will they mill me out in this next turn or two, or is it over? Oh, here comes Natasha. Wow. They had the land, huh? Let's go! We're not dead. We're not dead. We are not dead, ladies and gentlemen. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. 10. Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. All right. Not able to get him dead, unfortunately. I think we get him to 1 here if my math is right. Yeah, so they can take the damage from the land if we put them down to 1. Oh, that's not good. They have to take it, right? Oh, they don't. Okay, then that should mean I win unless they have 1 more mill spell in hand, like a Tasha or something. A crab, does that get it done? The crab does not get it done. Oh, the crab does get it done. Wow, the crab gets it done with exactly the right amount of... Oh, man. We're gonna have to hold the L on that one. What a silly game. We had land destruction versus mill. I think we could have beat them pretty easily if I had gotten a little bit of a quicker start, but GG's. You know, sometimes your opponent just, you know, they hit their land drops, they're able to cast those spells, and it comes down to the wire, and it just did not go our way, unfortunately. Opponent goes first. We have a pretty interesting hand here. I think we can keep this. I know it's not the greatest of hands, believe me, I know, but the Geist Channeler can really help fix some stuff here because we can go Inscription of Insight on for 2 mana here and draw 2. There's our 3rd land, so we got pretty good lucky off the top there. Pretty lucky off the top, which means I'm probably going to go for Burn Down the House to be cheaper, actually. Nice. It's a pretty good top deck as well. Alright, Burn Down the House is cheaper, which helps us a lot because we're up against, you know, we're up against clerics, which is not fun. Nice, we get another red source. That's pretty awesome. Be helpful, actually. All right, divide. It's gonna have to divide whatever this nonsense is coming down this turn. I really hope it's not the captain, man. The Inquisitor captain is so annoying. All right. The veteran. That's what they pumped up in their hand, is the veteran? That seems like low value. Not the card I would have chose, but I guess, hey, it's their deck. Let them play it how they want, right? Blue. Let's get their multicolored land here. That's fine. I can live with that. All right, they take the 2. Another Angel of Unity. This is fine. I mean, they're not showing me anything super threatening yet, so we might be okay. Smashing Success is pretty interesting. Let's take their 1 blue land away. Just in case they find their Mimic. I doubt they're going to... Yeah, I was going to say, I doubt they're going to sack it, but they did actually sack it, which is pretty crazy. So no Glasspool Mimic in hand, obviously. Spellbinder, that's annoying. That is annoying. So they've unloaded their hand extremely quick, so the land destruction isn't as effective when they do that because now they've already played everything. They're just going right off the top of their deck. All right. That's pretty good. You know, let's take both of these actually. Pass the turn. Just play defensively at the moment. We have everything we need here to just start, you know, picking apart their land base here. We just have a pass the turn, huh? Interesting. And there's the scoop. They didn't like they did not like that. They knew we had the Smashing Success in hand too, so I think that's what it was their concede there was based off of, just that they were probably in a bad spot there. GG. Let's keep the nonsense rolling, man. This is by far the best sort of nonsense I love doing the most. It's the most crippling effect, honestly. If you can get a good curve and really just chew your opponent's mana up, this deck is, yeah. There's no coming back from having no lands, you know? I thought getting milled would be annoying, but this might Might take the cake. This hand, I get to go first. I curve into a Town Raiser pretty fast. If I find a red source, that is. I guess we can go first here, and this is okay. I need to find red and blue mana here. The mana's been tricky, I can't lie. The mana has been very, very tricky. I may want to add some dual lands into here, but I'm not sure. I wanted to keep a lot of basics just because we're always fetching a bunch of basics, but I don't know. It might be worth throwing some dualies in here. Get in for that attack. Just say go. We will sack the Dryad here so we can get the, Set of the Wilds out on curve here. Do I want to get it out on curve though with the... Actually, yeah, it would get me a Ren and 7, wouldn't it? Which is actually really good because it can find me my other lands that I'm lacking here. Get me my Ren and 7 for me. Let's go. We get a blue source off the top too. That's money in the bank. Money in the bank. Show them what you make. All right. We're looking good. We're looking good. And we're against mono white, a fairly aggressive list. I would like to find my burn down the house if possible. Another blue source is welcomed here. We get a very, very big tree folk. Very, very big. And then we just need to go plus the red, hopefully hitting a red source, and we could just start chewing apart their lands, man. We got the Town Raiser Tyrant that could come in and then smashing on another one. Feels pretty good. This also feels really nice to bounce both of these. That could be pretty helpful. That seems extremely odd, like an odd thing to do, no? Ah, I see. Not so odd anymore. We get our red source though, look at that. That was not too hard. You know what? Ah. Yeah, let's just take the slow route. Let's take the slow route. Let's take the slow route. It is what it is. All right, they take the 7 anyways. So now we present lethal here. So if our opponent doesn't play a creature here, we just bounce both of those and we win the game. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward stuff here. Still win the game here. No land, no creature. Nice. GG's, my friend. They didn't even know I had this card either. I'm not too sure why they conceded there, but they definitely lost the game though. Good games. I will say this deck is a lot harder to win with when you're going second. I actually think I'm going to add some dual lands in after this game. The lands have been pretty tricky when going second with this deck, that's for sure. I didn't realize how much double devotion and colors that we needed for everything, red, blue, and green. So you really kind of need to have double, everything up before you can start playing all your spells, which is pretty crazy. This is definitely a keep. Let's see if we can get the job done. See if we can get the job done here. See, like, even this hand already gets kind of weird, right? Because we play this for red, that way we make sure we get our Tyrant out, but then we have no blue. It just gets weird, like all sorts of funkiness starts to happen here. All right, we'll go red, say go. I can destroy an artifact, but that doesn't seem very fun. I think we let the Dryad go, unfortunately. Sacrifice, destroy artifact or enchantment. All right. Let's go blue. We could divide. We can divide the commando. That seems fine. Divide the commando. Get down the Tyrant. We'll be good. It's a pretty smart attack there to play the commando into the attack before you commit your 2 mana, because you could just replay it now. So kudos on their end for that. I'll probably take the Containment Breach. Seems good enough. Kills the Portable Hole, so I get my Dryad back. But Town Raiser Tyrant's coming in now. It's gonna start terrorizing your mana base. All right. Apparition. Ouch. Okay. Okay. It's a lot of damage, can't lie. Alright, Containment Breach seems pretty fun because the Dryad is actually a great blocker for our opponent's creatures here when we're talking about the Commando and the Fallen only having 1 toughness. Kind of a big weakness when you're talking about mono white. Kind of weird that we're playing mono white again though. Very strange. I'd be very surprised if they target the Dryad. See, the better play would be take the Pest because I can sacrifice the Dryad to still get value here, so... The Pest they could have taken and I couldn't have done anything about it. Oh, they had another one. Well, that answers that riddle, huh? That was quite the conundrum solved pretty quickly. Ren and 7. Don't mind if I do. Let's just pray they don't have another portable hole. They've hit 3 already, so them hitting a 4th one's pretty unlikely, but I've been robbed before, so I wouldn't be surprised if I get robbed again. Okay, that kind of sucks because they are going to hit... they might take the smashing here. I'd rather them take the smashing. No, they take the insight. Okay. Fair enough. And we finally get our second blue source. Another blue source. All right. Do we attack here? I mean, that puts them on a clock. Yeah, I think we put them on the clock here because they're going to block with their Usher. Oh, okay, or not. Now we kind of forced their hand into having the block. They're taking that 2 damage every time. They get another land finally. Okay, that's annoying. I can't lie. Still, they're in a bad spot here. That's not bad. It's not bad at all because they're gonna be forced to take the 2 now. If we attack both of them in here, we're totally okay because they have to block them both, right? Yeah, they have to block both, which means they do lose their adversary and their Usher the Fallen, which only leaves them with the Spellbinder, which is a 3/1. So it can't kill me on the return attack here. And now they're going to be forced. Well, not forced, actually. They can take the 2 damage. Yeah, they could take 2. They hit their land drop, of course. Why not? Interesting. Ah, this has flash. This has flash. Okay. That's right. I almost forgot it had flash there. Still worth attacking into, though, because we drew the Tyrant. We got really lucky on that top deck there. Very lucky. Because we can block their Spellbinder. And they have no mana. I mean, they have no mana. They're taking 4 damage a pop here, so they're gonna have to sacrifice these, right? Okay. Or not. Fine by me. It's fine by me. You're not gonna be... Oof, you know what, though? That's a really good top deck, because you know what? That actually was a really great play by them. They would have won the game had I not top decked this card here. Because I would have attacked in here. They would have broke this. This would have came back as a 4/4. They would have just sacked both of those with the 1 land and went over the top for the victory. So I'm actually really, really happy we drew this. Because we would have been screwed otherwise. We would have been cooked. But we drew a good top deck there. There were a few things we could have drawn there, but you know, like we had bounce spells, divide, you know, the inscription. There's a lot of things that could have saved us there, but yeah, man, the math in the long term there definitely favored them, and I did get a little bit lucky there. All right, let's get another good one in here, man. I want to go first again, and I want to just eat every land. I just got the urge to just take everything, man. I want to get like a crazy game here. We go second, but we had to burn down the house, so that feels pretty good. Going second though, and not having anything to kind of ramp into that, it kind of scares me, but I can't argue with the hand, you know, because it's got good mana and it's got good answers if we get, you know, overran early. Let's hope we can get there before we're dead, because I know a lot of decks right now can kill us before turn 5. Could use some luck in the top decking department here. A Geist would be top notch. Oh, it's getting kind of late here. Ugh. Gonna finish this video so I can go lay down. All right. Let's go green first, then blue. Then red. All right, yeah, that's fine. Ooh, the dragon orb. Okay, that is something that I may consider smashing instead of a land, but I don't know. I'm glad it's not the whelp. The whelp would have been way worse because we have a slow hand, so that would have played right into our slow hand as a huge advantage. But no whelp, and that's okay. Looks like they have a Town Raiser. I'm surprised why they're not like just slamming that down here. No Town Raiser. Nice, no Town Raiser. We're getting we're not drawing anything off the top here, but our opponent is taking some time here to get ready. They're thinking about cracking the dragon orb, I guess. I'm not sure. They are gonna crack it. Interesting. Oh, they're not. Okay, they're still confusing. They're confusing me, man. Nice. I'll take that off the top. That seems pretty good. Slow them down a little bit. They haven't played anything yet, so that means they've got some, you know, big hitters in their hand that they're just trying to ramp into. So slowing that process down is always nice. We have another one to follow it up with, and then we can waking the trolls the following turn. So we're just gonna keep going up on them by 1 mana every time, you know. It's really nice. And they go for the dragon kind crack here, which is also plays in our favor. All right, there's a tyrant, so that's coming down for sure. Might have to take a few shots from that. Yeah, we might have to. All right, what do we do here? Let's just keep it going. I'm playing greedy. I'm gonna play super greedy this game. It's gonna bite me in the butt, but I'm gonna play greedy. They find another land. Yeah, I shouldn't have been so greedy. It's fine though. It's fine. We're gonna take quite a bit more damage here, so we're gonna be cutting it close. The problem with doing it this way and being this greedy is that our opponent could easily they could easily find some more hasty things off the top, but hopefully this will slow them down enough to stop that from happening. And they chose my blue source, of course, so it's like the one I actually needed the most. I'm surprised they played that on red, by the way. That means they probably have another land in hand. It is blue. All right. Yeah, I think I definitely did not play this right. We took way too much damage unnecessarily because I got greedy, but it is what it is. That's a great top deck though. That is a fantastic top deck. Especially because they didn't find that land drop on that last turn. So now we're getting really, really far ahead. And this is going to be the icing on the cake, man. The 1 red and 7 in our deck. We get the Tree Folk down. Town Raiser cannot get through that, and we're looking really good. Let's go ahead and make our burn down the house really cheap too. This card would be absolutely amazing if it said, you know, create 3/1/1 devils with haste and give all the rest of your creatures haste. That would be nuts, and that would make this deck next level. So they Dragon's Fire the Ren at 7. It's fine. The damage is done. We had the 7/7 on the field. That's really all I care about. And it's not going to get any smaller. We can blow up all their dragons with this. I think they're just contemplating whether or not to scoop here, to be honest. I mean, I would think. No, they're just going to go for it. Okay. I mean, they do have me down to 8, so I guess it's not all over yet, but it's pretty close to over. Nice. We get a Town Raiser Tyrant of our own. Now we get a bunch of trolls. 4 of them. Town Raiser seems pretty good. Just shut down more of their mana base. There's the scoop. Yeah, that Town Raiser was kind of adding salt to the wounds there, so I don't blame them for getting out of here on that one. Good game. That's gonna do it for today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had so much fun playing this nonsense today. It was a blast, and I hope you guys enjoyed it because I think it made for some really great content. We're gonna break it down now though and talk about some things we changed, aka the mana base. But before I do that and we get into it, I just want to say thank you so much for making it this far into the video. I really do appreciate it so much. It goes a long way with the algorithm. YouTube pushes my videos out to more people. So thank you so much for sticking around this far. I really do appreciate you so much for that. And with that being said, let's talk about it. Downsides to the deck. Very slow. It takes a little bit of setup. Everything in this deck pretty much requires 2 of every color, right? So we've got the 2 devotion to green, 2 devotion to red, 2 devotion to green, 3 devotion to blue. So there's a lot of heavy costed things here, but not only heavy costed, but they require a certain amount of double land colors, right? That's what devotion means there. This has double devotion to red, which means you need 2 reds to cast it. It's not like a 3 and a red like the smashing here. It makes it a lot easier to cast because there's no additional requirements on that. So the double devotion on everything makes things a little tough. So the mana base, what would I do with it? I would probably throw in some dual lands. So let's say, like, you know, the blue green, right? I would probably take out, like, honestly, like 2 of these, throw in 2 of these. I would take out, you know, 2 of these and throw in 2 of those dual lands, and so on and so forth. I'm going to leave it the way I have it so I can copy it into Aether Hub for you guys later. But that is what I would do with this deck. Every deck is different, and the mana base is always going to be a battle, and it's always one of those last things that I really refine in the deck. And this is one of those decks where I played it, and after playing it for a while, you start to feel like, okay, I'm starting to see where the problems are lying, you know, and this one's definitely in the mana base. And I think that, you know, you're going to have to get tricky with this one a little bit because you do need a lot of basics, right? You need a lot of basics. You could just outright throw some dual lands in here, and that's not a problem, but you're seeking lands with this. You're pulling forests with this card. You know, you're just going in and you're grabbing lands a lot. So with Ren and 7 too, it's not basics, but, you know, you're grabbing lands. You know, you got your environmental sciences with your divide. So there's an argument to be said to maybe drop down 1 of each, maybe throw some dual lands. I think you should also cut a few of these and add some dual lands, just because the requirements to these cards being double devotion to all these colors, you really need some dual lands in this deck, I think, and it will help smooth out the deck for sure. But that's really all I have to say about it. I think the rest of the deck, the idea and the core idea of this deck is really good, and I think it's very synergistic, and I think everything has a purpose, and it works really well, to be honest. And you know, Burn Down the House, before I had that card in here, I'll show you guys. Before I had that card in here, I actually had Formula in this deck, and it was pretty cool, but we were getting beat. When we did get beat, we were getting beat by those aggressive decks. And Burn Down the House, since I put it in the deck, we haven't really lost to any sort of aggressive list. So I think that it's pretty clutch. but there's an argument to be said for that formula, because the formula does fetch you a lot of really good things and it makes things cheaper. So if you can guys channel the formula your hand all gets cheaper, and it's easy sailing from there. But setting that up is pretty hard to do when you're getting ran over by like werewolves and stuff like that. So I think burn down a house is pretty essential. But yeah, that's all I got to say really about the deck and the breakdown here. But before I jump out of here, it is Friday. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, guys. I'm probably going to be streaming tomorrow, I think. Just keep an eye out. If you guys aren't a member of the Discord, join the Discord. I will probably send out a reminder tomorrow on the Discord if I do end up going live. If not, I apologize now. I'm obviously, hopefully my allergies are a little bit better, but yeah, I want to try my best to get into the Arena Open and play some games. So if you guys want to come watch on the live on YouTube here, we might be going live. So get those Discord notifications. There's a link in the description below. And before I jump out of here, lastly, as always, huge shout out goes to the Marty Mob. The Marty Mob is some of the most supportive group of people I've ever met. They are members here on the channel. They help support this channel financially through their monthly membership programs. They get some added benefits to their account too as well, but mostly they support the channel, and I can't thank them enough for everything they do. And if you guys want to learn more about the Marty Mob and become a member yourself, you can hit the join button down below, or you can hit the link in the description below. But that's going to do it, guys. I'm running out of oxygen because I can't breathe through my nose, but I'll see you guys on the next one. Until next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.